What is up, you guys? It is Jordan, and welcome back to Jordan. Whatever, bruh. And today, Happy New Year! Oh my god, we are right back in the same place as last year with me coming back. Look. We're not even gonna get into it for real. Y'all know I don't know how to act. I am the Corey Kenshin. I am the female version of Corey Kenshin, just without all the followers. So yeah, but if he's back, he's back. So if he's back, I'm back. So y'all just know how it is. We're not even gonna fully talk about it. I'm just gonna say that I hope y'all have been having a good New Year's. And I understand that life is really hard right now, girl. It feels like explosions and bombs and everything is going on around us. It literally feels like we're seeing the world crumble, and we are. But that's why I'm here to just kind of be a light mood, a nice vibe for us to relax and take time and be messy. And that is why I'm here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, before we get into that, I am back on YouTube, obviously, and I've had a lot of ideas about what I want to do. I've been thinking about reacting to something new. I've been wanting to play more games, like so many more games. I'm very, 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 very excited to get into it. I cannot wait to do more and more and more, and I just hope that y'all are excited for what I'm about to bring. Also, I've turned my camera around. Y'all can see my room now. Don't look at the floor, but y'all can see the lights behind me and my little mushroom thing, and I hope y'all enjoy that. So yeah, but we're not gonna go too deep into that today. Y'all already know what we're doing. We did it last year. We are going to be reviewing Drag Race season 17, episode 1. And this time I will do my best to actually finish reviewing the season, because last year we don't have to worry about it. Look, just know that I'm back. Just know that I'm going to try. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm just gonna say that the way this video might seem may be a little weird and the pacing may be a little off, because the way that the Drag Race episode went was they did the looks, they did the runway afterwards first, and then they did the challenge. So there's that. So if the pacing on this episode or the video seems a little weird, it's because the way they did the episode, to me personally, was kind of weird, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. So I might do it differently when it comes to the next episode, because it is a split premiere. Spoilers if you don't know, LOL. But yeah, so just know that before we get started. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the episode starts off, and it is the season 17 girls, along with some Drag Race alumni and some other just like local drag queens, and they are playing the Squirrel Games, a parody to Squid Game. They're playing a red light, green light, and as they're going, all the alumni and drag queens are getting eliminated, with Pork Chop being the first one to get eliminated, which I found really funny that they got rid of her first. But we're not even gonna get into it. But we get into that, and people are getting eliminated one by one. And the only girls survive are, surprisingly, the season 17 girls. And honestly, could you imagine if they had thrown pie at the season 17 girls and ruined their like intro look outfits? I would be so mad. I would be so mad. But also, like, as a drag queen, I would be mad, but as like a fan, I kind of just like wanted them to like do it, to be like, oh, no, your pose isn't giving, cause that, I feel like that would be so messy, like literally messy, but also just like, why not? like why not? Also, I just want to mention, when they threw a goddamn pie at Carrie Kobe, I was like, how dare you? Like, I know that it had to be done, but did it really? Y'all could have just had her in the season. Truthfully, y'all could have just had her stay for the rest of the season. But let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna get into the girls' intro looks, and I want y'all to keep in mind that the way I talk about the girls' intro looks, the way I like to look at them, is basically as if I've never met the queens before. Obviously, I didn't do a review of meeting the queens, so I basically treat this as if this is my first time meeting them, because for some people, if they don't know to watch Meet the Queens, this is their first time knowing them. So that's basically how I talk about the looks, as it is the entrance. That's why I talk about their lines. That's why I talk about their outfits. And then I basically talk about the vibe they kind of give in those like 2-3 minutes that they have of like talking about themselves. So just keep that in mind when I talk about it, because sometimes it feels like I'm talking a little rough rafty about their looks, but then sometimes I'm only talking about their makeup, or I'm only talking about like a joke they told. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so the first girl to walk in is Miss Lexi Love. They walk in and their entrance line reads, why y'all gagging? I haven't even stepped on any necks yet. And I just gotta be honest, when they walked in, I would have liked for them to have a little more like fierceness when they said, I haven't even stepped on any necks yet. Because they kind of just did like a soft little like, and I would have wanted them to be like, like, you know, like you're stepping on a neck, girl. Like you're trying to break it. You're going to step on these girls' necks. You're going to like literally just, give it more, give it more, give it more. That's my personal opinion. But their look overall were just beautiful as I thought. I love the like kind of hearts themed vibe with the white and the red. I think they look so beautiful and so pretty. Someone said that out of drag they look like Velasca talks all together, and I just want to say to whoever said that, you're funny. You're real funny. Get out, because you're right. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about their look. And overall, I really like their look. I like the vibe they're bringing. And they seem like they're going to be a big fashion queen. Y'all already know I love a girl who brings fashion. So I'm looking forward to what her looks are going to be on that runway every time she steps out. I'm like I'm excited. I love a fashion queen. So I'm very, very excited for what they're going to give to us look wise. And overall, I really like this entrance. I think that they are going to have like some big impact on the runway. Moving on. Next girl to walk in is Miss Joella. She walks in, her entrance line, I think she says something in a different language, and then she says, welcome to the Joella dynasty, bitch. And then she bangs her little like thong thing. I don't know what it's called, but she bangs it with her hair. And overall, her look is great. I have nothing else to say. I think that she looks pretty. I like her entrance. I love her confidence. I like the vibe that she's bringing. That's it. Her overall like impact. I feel like she's going to. I feel like she's going to have a big impact. Like I have this smidget feeling. Like the way she was doing this episode. I don't know how far she'll make it, but I guarantee however far she'll make it, people will remember her. And I feel like that's a good thing, like on period. So, moving on. Like on period. I feel like I'm just saying shit, like just we're not even gonna get into it. Next up is somebody that I remember very well, Miss Jory King. Now, even though I didn't do a Meet the Queens like review, the second I saw Jory King, and I didn't watch it either, but the second I saw Jory King, I was like, don't tell me. I I used to watch their videos. For those of y'all who don't know, they used to make little Barbie parody videos of just like Barbie cheating on Ken. They also used to make a Barbie's doll race parodying Drag Race. And I remember when they started, like, I think they were in the middle of becoming like a drag queen while doing that. And I'm just so excited to see them on this season. Like, I'm so excited. I lost a nail. God damn it. I can't do this video without putting this nail back on. It's just gonna bother me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I could not do this without putting this nail back on. It would have bothered me so freaking badly, but yeah. Anyways, Jory King, I am so excited to see them. Like, truly, I am so excited to see them because I used to watch their videos. I cannot wait to see the type of drag that they are about to pull out. I mean, and honestly, this look, they walk in, they go, "Good morning, Kingdom." This big smile. And their look is very clean, it's very polished. Every hair is in line. They are very much a big, they said they like to do big drag, which you can tell. They have the big blonde hair and like the big hips, like all of that. So I'm very much for that. They are also the sister of Miss Plain Jane. And if you used to watch any of their, like, because I think they used to do like these like little talk videos even when they didn't do Barbie videos. um but if you watch them, you would know that she's just as messy. She is just as messy as Miss Plain Jane. So I'm very much looking forward to what they bring. Like, I already know that they're gonna bring the mess. Even before she told me she was sisters with Plain Jane, I knew, I was like, if somebody's gonna bring mess, it's gonna be them. So the longer they stay, the more crazy Untucked gets. And overall, I cannot wait to see more for them. I really can't. I'm so excited that they're here. Like, all right, the next queen to walk into the workroom is Miss Lydia B. Collins. The B stands for butthole. Yeah. Yeah. But they walk in and their entrance line reads, "Did someone say my name 3 times?" And I love that. I think it was Joella who said
No.
no. And honestly, I did not like this look. Their entrance line was okay, and this look, I don't like it. It's like so little yet so much going on at the same time because it's not very grand, but there's so much going on. They have like these little like party tassels like on the sleeves of this big coat that goes over this like striped turtleneck outfit with a cut in the middle, and I don't like the cut. I don't like how it looks, and I don't like the sleeves being like extremely oversized, but they have the coat over it on top of the fact that the coat has these gemstones on the side that to me kind of just look messy, to be honest. And then like have these, I think, fuzzy, yeah, like these like fuzzy like straps on because they're striped. They're like leg striped. Like these like stripes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like them. And then there's like garters, and I don't like this outfit. I like their makeup. I think their makeup is great. But I don't like this outfit, and overall they haven't done anything to show me, "Oh yeah, this is the one to watch out for with this look." So all right, next up to walk into the workroom is Miss Aorty, who walks in punk music playing, these punk glasses, these spiky hair, this black outfit, crazy makeup. They walk in and their entrance line is literally that's how they sounded with this high pitched voice. They went it I I'm very excited for what they have to bring. I love like the weird drag queen. I love their makeup. Michelle was already talking about their makeup, and I don't know if I'm ready for it because we all know that Michelle don't like a makeup. Like now she's gonna have to change it up, like the note. But I love the makeup. I love the little. I'm looking at it right now. I love the little nose. I love the way that eyeliner goes into it. I am very excited for what they're going to bring. I don't know. They really won me over. Their entrance line literally just kind of being like a noise high. It was so stupid and so fun. Also, I don't think that their spoiler, I don't think that performance was as bad as everybody made it sound, but we'll get into that. We will get into that because I think that it's kind of a little overplayed, but whatever. Let's move on. The next girl to walk in is Miss Jewel Sparkles. I thought it was Sparkle. It's Jewel Sparkles. They walk in and their entrance line is, "Don't worry, I'm not just a bitch. I'm that bitch." Period. I love I love, even though it's like, I guess like a basic line, I love the confidence. If you have confidence with it, you will sell me. And so I really love that vibe. I'm not just a bitch, I'm that bitch. Because period. Y'all not ready for her for real. And their entrance, it's okay. It's very clean. It's very poised. I can very much tell that they are definitely like a girly girl. I mean, hot pink, Ariana Grande type look, which they said they are inspired by. Their look does nothing for me. It's a pretty look. What really is selling me though has to be their confidence. Also, like the little like ting ting. Like I like their personality is really giving it to me. And if you have a good personality, I mean, you can almost sell every look. So, and it's not like their looks are bad. It's just like, oh, I'm not, but the person, I'm not really feeling it. But the personality is good. So it's like, but that really adds on to it, if that makes sense, You know what I mean. We're going to move on. All right. The next queen to walk in is Lana Jarre. And I remember when they first said the name, I was like, Lana Jarre? Lingerie. Oh my god, that's so smart. They're so quirky. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I didn't hear that the first time when I was like reading. I was like lingerie, but I like their name. I like the fact that it's a play on words. If your name is a play on words, like a mandatory meeting, I automatically kind of put you. I'm already like, okay, you're funny, you're smart, I'm for it. Let's see what you got to bring. And she walks in this like beautiful lingerie outfit. Is literally just a top bikini and then like this big coat that's like a little puffs that have puffs on the side. And when a dark skin person puts on yellow, it makes their skin pop so much. It's so beautiful. And they just look so beautiful. They are also the daughter of Lux Noir London, and I'm very much looking forward to what they have to bring, because Lux Noir London, that's some big shoes to fill. That is some big shoes to fill. I also didn't mention this earlier. Aorti is also the I think the drag daughter of Irene Dubois, who, if y'all don't know, left was the first girl to leave in the season. So hopefully that doesn't happen to her. But back to Lana Jarre. She is the daughter of Lux Noir London, and those are some big shoes to fill because Lux ate her season up. Like she was one of the people I was like, she could have gotten the crown. Like she for real could have gotten the crown if Sop Jacoby was literally not there. But those are some big shoes to fill. So I can't wait to see what she has going on for her. So far, her look is very cute. So I'm very interested to see what she gonna have. Moving on. All right, the next girl to walk in is Miss Sam Star. She walks in and goes, "Well, I heard y'all was looking for America's Next Drag Superstar." And the girls were not impressed, and I have to be honest, neither am I. This look, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, we could talk about the PTSD with America right now that I'm having because, girl, they're not doing it for me. So the color is already like, but seriously, um, I feel like I've explained this to y'all before. I don't like the top, like a big, she has this nice, beautiful top, and then it's just like a panty. And then like the ruffle back. Have something here, because now I don't know, it just looks so to me. It looks so to me, especially since the top, like the little hoop right there, is so big. I don't know. And it's not a bad look. I just don't like it for because of my personal preference, but it is very clean. And I just want to say something about their makeup. They quite literally look like they have a filter on their face. I don't know what they do, but it looks like a filter. It looks like her makeup looks like, I was like, did they put a filter on her face? No, that is just her makeup. And also I think a little bit of just her face. Like she has these they have these really nice cheekbones. So I don't know how they doing it, but girl, period. Period. Overall, not a big fan. Love the makeup. Moving on. All right, next up is Miss Anya Nerve. She walks in and goes, "Well, it do take nerve." And I love it. I really do love it. I love their name, Anya Nerve. I feel like a lot of the girls this season have a really like smart like I love the like the play on words for their names. Like I really think they're like smart with their names. Um and it do take nerve to walk in with this look. I know that was like rude, and keep in mind, I'm not a drag queen. Okay, girl, I could never do what they do. Truly, I would as much as I want to like, as much as I'm boasting and you know talking. Let's keep this in mind. I am not a drag queen. I do not do the stuff they do, but I have an opinion. I'm going to give it. This is my YouTube channel. I don't like this look. It's too small for me. It's not enough. And I know that they said their whole vibe is blackness, and I'm very much for that, but I just wish that it was bigger. I was watching Pit Stop and they were like, "Oh, I wish she would have had like really big like bell bottoms since it's like her outfit is 80s vibes." And even if it is just small, I think in general I just don't like the outfit in general. I don't like how it looks. I don't like the white with these like sleeveless this like sleeve outfit and then like the little sheer. Like I get it, it's supposed to be 80s vibes, but I don't like how it looks. I would have honestly rather she had on purple pants. I get why she had on white, but I would have rather she had on like the same purple that she has on her shirt and that be it. But I'm not vibing with this. I'm not. But I love their attitude, and I actually cannot wait to see what else they can do. But overall, when it comes to this look, it's no. It's a no. It indeed did get on my nerves. So I guess the thing was accomplished. Am I being too shady? I feel like I'm trying to make a joke, but I don't know. If they'll see this, they can be mad. I'm sorry. I love you. All right. The next girl to walk in is Miss Susie Toot, and she walks in with a newspaper, brings it down, and goes, "I've always wanted my name in the paper." Cute little line, and the reason she said it is she gives this like 50s vibe, and you can obviously tell that by her outfit. And I really like her makeup. Like I actually know I really like her makeup. It reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of like the 50s, and I always like when makeup. I love like creative ass like different makeup. I will always be a fan of the like pencil eyebrow. Like On Your Nerve does it too. It's like, but it's not like pencil. It's kind of is, but it's like sharp. I will always be a fan of the pencil eyebrow. I will always love it. I'm trying to get my eyebrows to be like thin. Like I'm gonna start like cutting them thin. I cut it thin. Obviously they're not even right now, but we're not gonna worry about that. But I will always be a fan of that. And when it came to this entrance, I will say that they didn't really grab my attention, but they do look very beautiful. Also, the Annie curls, the Annie redhead curls sent me into another realm. And like I know that's probably not what they meant to go for, but anytime I see those, I just think of Annie. So, or Ice Spice. Moving on. Okay, the next queen to walk in is Miss Hermona Lisa. She walks in and she says, "Hello, loyal subjects. It is I, Hermona Lisa, at your service." Wow, that was annoying. I don't know if she meant like I don't know if she did the laugh and then just decided to say wow that was annoying or if that was meant to be like a part of her entrance, but I added it because I thought it was really funny. I thought that it was really funny. I very much enjoyed it. Her look overall, I have to be honest, it didn't do much for me, but I really liked her energy and her vibe. She's apparently handpicked by RuPaul herself. There's a whole video. And honestly, I just like the fact that, you know, when the girls are like, "Oh, so RuPaul picked you." She's like, "So RuPaul like did like a thing where she chose." You can say handpicked. Like I I like the vibe that they're giving, and I really am excited to see what more they're going to give because they give this like little poise, like snarky vibe that I feel like I'm really going to just love. I also just have a feeling, because since they are so snarky, I have a feeling that they're going to do really good in improv challenges specifically. Like I feel like they're going to really be like quick and fast and know how to joke around. So I am excited to see what they have to give that way. That way. Um, their look is okay. I'm not like I'm not I'm not like gagging, but I'm not like gagging, you know. So whatevs. Moving on. Okay, so next to walk in is Miss Crystal Envy. She walks in, she pulls out a little like mirror and goes, "Yeah, I'd envy me too. I love the confidence. Y'all know I'm always gonna be a confident like girl for confidence. This look, there's one thing that I have a problem with, and I wouldn't have noticed this had I not watched Pit Stop before doing this video. She kind of has like a cut like right here at her dress, like with her dress. So it's like this beautiful dress, like this beautiful pink like dress that comes back, that goes back like in a little, that goes down like back, and then there's a cut right with her skirt, just like this, and then it does this. That makes, I don't like that. I wish that she would have cut it maybe like at one of her legs or even in the middle, so it kind of like flows to the back of the dress. But I mean to the back of like the little drape cape. I forget what you call it. Train, but instead it just cuts like this, and you can tell that the train is kind of just over it in the back going. Not vibing with it, especially since her train, the feathers are a different style. They're kind of like flamenco. They're curved, and the feathers on her skirt are like just like straight down, and they are beautiful either way, but it just looks even more obvious and weird because the dress is like and then the train is like yeet. If it would have kind of cut into the train, like it's going into it, I feel like it wouldn't have been as obvious that it's different. But other than that, her outfit is really, really pretty. I just wish that one thing was changed. That's all though. Next up is A Case You Forgot. She walks in and goes, "Totally tubular." I don't I don't really care for the line, and I also don't really care for this outfit. It's the outfit, like I said, I'm not a drag queen, but the outfit is just so, it's so to me. It does nothing for me. Also, I didn't realize, like now that I'm re-looking at it, her makeup, her blush goes from here, like hold on, here, like right here on her forehead, all the way to like here on her cheek. And so it's like if you were to do it, it would like I didn't realize that it does that. And everybody was making like talking about her makeup like it was so terrible, it was so bad. And I don't think it really is that bad. I didn't notice that the makeup, the blush, this. And once again, I watched Pit Stop and they were talking about how the blush, like the girls are really blushing it up this season. They love blush. And truly, because I'm not a drag queen, I don't know how I would do my blush. I feel like my blush, if I was to do blush, because I'm thinking about doing more makeup, I would just have it here, obviously like a normal human being, but I'm also not a drag queen and that is not my style. So I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm pointing it out because I didn't realize that it was like that. Overall, her look didn't do it for me. Her entrance didn't do it for me. I really hope to see more because right now, her showing this entire episode, not to be that person, but I kind of forgot about it. Moving on. Last but not least, the last queen to walk in is Miss Lucky Star. Is it Lucky Star or Lucky Stars? No, it's Lucky Stars. Lucky Stars walks in and they go, "Oh, daddy, I think I stained the sheets." And they do that obviously because they are in this very elaborate, like this very elaborate, like colorful outfit design, which is kind of like paint, like they've almost been like attacked with paint, and they have on this like elaborate makeup which takes so much time to do. I don't know how she's getting that makeup done. I don't know how she's gonna get it done that quickly, but clearly she's doing it. I truly want to know how long it takes her to do her makeup, because I feel like when you have to do certain things like that, where you have to paint it, because she also has like these little like uh paper prosthetic things that she adds on to like have to paint it to match that. Do you add that on first, or do you do the makeup then you add it? No, you would have to add it on first so you can align it. I don't know. I really like this look. I think that this is one of my favorite looks that entered the workroom for this season. Um, I would say my favorite, but I will tell you who that is later. But I really like this look. I like her entrance line. I'm very, very excited to see what else type of look she's going to serve. You can definitely tell that she's a club kid. I think that she's going to be really funny. I am very, very, very excited to see what she is going to give us. Truly. So that concludes all the girls who walk into the workroom. My favorite one would have to be Lexi Love. Like, I feel like she left the biggest impression on me. I would have said Lucky Stars, but I don't know why. I think like I think it's because they came in last, so of course I'm thinking about their look, but Lexi Love came in first and I'm still thinking about it. Right after that would have to be Aorti. I loved Aorti. I can't wait to see what they give. So there's that. And then my least favorite outfit would have to be A Case You Forgot. So all the girls are there. RuPaul comes in. They talk to the girls and they tell us that the Squid Game was actually a mini challenge, and the person who won was Miss Lana Jarre. And I'm not surprised. Every time during the entire thing, whenever I looked at her, she was literally posing in that with the one leg. I literally saw her posing with the one leg. She made sure that she looked good no matter what. They could not pie her. They could, if they were to pie her, I would have been like rigged. Rigged, you know? So I'm very glad that she won that, because I think that she did really, really good. But we move on, and Ruth tells us this is actually a split premiere, which I was wondering how this was gonna work, because I'm not used to all the girls being here. Like, not anymore. Like, I feel like this never happens. But they tell us this is actually a split premiere, and that the first two episodes are going to be talent shows. And no one's shocked, but then they give us a twist, clearly, because we know that it has to have a twist. And the twist is that Rada Queen is back. I like Rada Queen. I'm very glad for Rada Queen. I love Rada Queen, so I'm glad that they brought it back, because I like when the queens raid each other, because it's so messy. But they also tell us that the girls who are not performing in this episode are going to be the ones raiding each other. So if you're not performing in, if you're not doing the talent show in an episode, you're just going to be watching the girls, and then you get to rate them. I am so excited, because that is so messy. I can't wait to see how they do it for the next episode, because I've obviously seen how they do it this episode, but I just can't wait to see how the queens rate each other the next episode. I'm so freaking excited. And immediately the girls get nervous, and I would too, because I don't trust these bitches. Like, I don't know how y'all gonna be rating me, but I'm not a drag queen, so I guess I don't have to worry about that. I could just be messy. But basically Rue tells us that the first pair of queens are going to go up this episode, and the next pair of queens are going to go up the next episode, and they have to decide who's going to be doing it. And immediately, I think the girls played a smart game. A lot of them were like, I'm going to do alliances. And I specifically want to point out her Mona Lisa, who says, I'm not going this episode because I can see that Jory's not going, and I can tell that Jory does not like me. And I'm like, girl, that is smart. If I'm looking at somebody and I'm like, it does not look like they're vibing, I'm like, I'm not gonna go up with them. I'm not gonna go when they can rate me. Like, I can already tell that they're just gonna rate me bad for the sake of rating me bad. But that happens, and then we get to the runway. And I just want to point out, like I said, they do the runway first, which shocked me, and then they do the challenge. And I don't know if it's because since there's like girls are gonna be rating each other, they want to do that so it's fresh in their minds, which I guess makes sense, but I don't know. I just found it weird. And I also just want to say that the stage is brand new. It is completely different. It is a completely different vibe, and I'm a little, I don't know. It feels so different from the usual seasons, and I get that it had to change, but like, the last time the stage changed, I think this significantly, it was like season 1. Like I don't remember it has never been this big of a difference now. But season 17 does feel kind of completely different on its own and separate. So I am excited to see what they got, and I also just like the fact that the stage is bigger because I feel like that gives the girls more dance room. I'm ranting. We're gonna go ahead and get into the looks on the runway. So the category is Max for Mask Singer, and the first person to walk up is Miss. The first person to hit the runway, I guess you would say, because I say walk up like they just kind of walked in. The first person to hit the runway is In Case Ya Forgot, who walks up with this like snow, like in the snow mask. It's like sad snow mask. I don't know why they were sad. Like I said, a lot of things I'm saying is also because I just got done watching the pit stop. But they walk in with this snow mask, and it was okay. Like it wasn't a bad look, but I wasn't like, oh my god, it's gorgeous. I honestly, once again, kind of forgot about it. It was there. Moving on. Next up is Miss Joella, and they come out in this like beautiful, like this purple. It's like a see-through. It's like a skin catsuit with like this purple like wave cloth kind of going everywhere with stars, and they have this little star mask that they're holding up, and I honestly think that it is really really beautiful. I don't like hate it. Like I said, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But I do think that they do look beautiful either freaking way. I loved it. I really wish that their mask had been like an actual mask, but I get that that would kind of be hard to like, because the way that it's built, it's like flat, so I would hate for it to like go straight on her face, because I would be personally terrified that I would take it off, even if I'm trying to take it off correctly, it would smudge my makeup. Like I would be so scared. But I really do wish that they could have figured something out, because they were kind of just holding it. Yeah, they were just like, but you know, I can't do that. I'm trying to figure out, should I do like a little toot or boot thing? I'm gonna do like a slay or nay. I don't know if that's somebody already doing that, so I hope I'm not stealing that from anything. Cause I know Bussy Queen's like a hot or rot, they toot a boo, all that stuff. But I'm gonna do like a slay or nay. So I'm gonna say that this is a slay. I think that is a slay, and I think that In Case You Forgot was also a slay. Moving on. All right. Next up is Miss Jewel Sparkles, who walks up in this like, I think this like very nice baby blue like dress, like corseted dress, and they have this mask that's like frilling up, and it covers everything except their mouth, and I really like this look. I think they look absolutely beautiful. It's a slay. It's a slay for me. I really just think that they're so gorgeous. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't like worried about what their looks would be, because I knew they were gonna look beautiful. I just knew that they were gonna look beautiful. Like I'm not surprised that they look gorgeous. So why y'all gagging? We're gonna move on though. So next up is Miss Arietti, and I don't know if I said Aorti the first time I mentioned her. I really hope I didn't. But we have Arietti, and they walk out, and I love this. I think this is my favorite look of the night. I really love, I'm so excited to see what more looks they're going to have, because I love that it's this like bloody, like almost like elf, because I think they had on their elf ears. They had on their elf ears, like bloody, like elf outfit. It's so weird yet so beautiful and pretty. Somebody texted me. It's so weird and so beautiful and pretty, and I really really like it. And once again, Michelle is talking about their makeup, and I'm just like, I like their makeup, so I hope they don't like change it, because I really 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 like their freaking makeup, and I really like this look, and it's a slay for me all freaking day, because why y'all playing with my girl? Moving on. All right, next up is Lydia Butthole Collins. I can't with the fact that that's their middle name. Like that's what they chose. That's what they chose. And their look is kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it. I was giving like the like an alien type of vibe with it. It's like this stone like alien vibe, and they like take off a mask and then they take off something else to like finally show their face. And overall, I thought it was really cool. It was very simple, but also I thought it was really cool. I don't really know what the vibe is. I probably should have noted what they said, but I liked the outfit. I liked how sparkly they look. I will say in the last thing, I kind of hated the fact that they had like these little like stones like across their face, and I get that it was part of the look. I get that that was the vibe, but I kind of wish that it was I could she could have took them off, because I feel like since she took off the mask and everything, that she should have took those off as well. Nevertheless, it is a slay. I think it's a really nice outfit. It's just, I don't know. It's not for me. Okay, next up is Miss Lucky Stars, who does like a pizza thing. And once again, because I watched the bits up, I very much agreed with Raven, which is like, I love the inventiveness of it. Like I said, I feel like it takes a lot to do the makeup they do and do this prosthetic. And I have a feeling that they make those themselves. Like I don't know if they do. I don't know if they said it, but I'm pretty sure they do all of that like themselves. But I just feel like for the category, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it fit it, kind of. And like the special. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh crap! Oh crap! That scared the crap out of me. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh, it won't go back in. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. Oh my god, that scared me so badly. This video has been pure chaos. I am so sorry, y'all. Oh my god, get back together, Jordan. What are we talking about? Lucky Star. Lucky Stars. Yeah, Lucky Stars. Jesus. I really liked I liked their outfit. I just feel like I feel like it didn't fit the category. Especially since like it was like it was supposed to be like a mask. Are you kidding me? I swear to freaking God, bro. I'm never gonna get this damn video done. I'm not. I'm not. Honestly, I'm kind of over it. Too many things have happened when I've talked about Lucky Stars. I think their look is good. It's a slay. I really just wish that it fit the category a little more. But other than that, they looked really nice. We're gonna move on. I can't. All right, next up is Miss Susie Toot, who comes out and this like, I think it's like I'm trying to remember. It gives like a majorette vibe. I used to be a majorette. It gives like a majorette vibe, but like back in the day. Like it gives like one of those dancers. I can't remember. I feel like it's majorette. I think they're just majorette. And overall, their mask is not really like a mask. Like, no, it wasn't, because you could see them. You saw, right? You saw their face the second they turned. Their mask is like a big, their thing is like a big quarter, like on the side. Once you turn, you can see their face. And I get why they did that, because the quarter is on the side, obviously. But I feel like it would have been better had the quarter been, because their turn and the quarter is like a circle on their head. And you turn and you can see their face. And I get why they did that, because then it just would have been like a big roll of like lines, nothing else. But I feel like it would have been better if the quarter was their head. Like the head of the quarter was their head. Like the head that is on the quarter is their head. Like if it was turned this way and it was circular. But for some reason they didn't do that. I don't know why, because I feel like that would have been smarter and better. I gotta say, I really didn't like this look. It's just, I don't feel like it fits the category. It doesn't really do anything for me. So yeah, moving on. I also just want to say, when she took the mask off, I did not like her wig. I didn't. I don't like. I think I didn't. I didn't like the color, and I think it was meant to be shiny, like the outfit. I didn't like it. I was not a vibe. It was not a vibe for me. I would have preferred if she'd done the same hairstyle, but just black. Next up is Jory King, who comes out in a Raven outfit. They come out as a raven. I don't have a lot to say. I really do like the outfit. It is beautiful. I think that they are beautiful. You could very much tell that their drag will always be very beautiful and poised. So there's that. And like I said, I'm not like gagging, but I really did like their mask. I don't know why. I just like the fact that it was like this long claw, these these feathers coming out. I really like their mask, and I don't know if they did. I have to go back and look, but I would have loved if they have like grabbed like the claw and like fanned themselves with the mask, since it had those long claw, like those long feathers, like just like I feel like that would have been real cute, real cute. But overall, this outfit is a slay for me. So yay! Next up is Harmona Lisa, who is in a stunk, like a skunk outfit, like it's skunk. And honestly, I really liked this. I would have never thought to do a stunk or skunk. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Skunk. Would have never thought to do a skunk for this, and so I think that is really creative that they did that. I think the outfit is beautiful. I think they look amazing. Um, I wish that the mask had not had like the little eye holes. I get that she has a C, obviously, but I would have liked, like, you know, when you have like a mask and it you know, like when you have a mask and like the eyes kind of have like a sheer thing on them, so it's black, so you can still see outwards, but it's harder to see inwards because it's not just like cut open. I wish she would have done that. But other than that, I really like this. I feel like I'm being so picky. I really like this outfit. I think that is a slay. I let me shut up. I like the outfit. We're gonna move on. Next up is Crystal Envy. I did not like this outfit. She walks out and she kind of reminds me of like a porcelain doll, which I thought was really cool because she had like the doll face. And so then when it comes to that, I really get the outfit. Like I do, but when she opens it up, which don't get me wrong, I really like the mask. I like that it's like a crack and you can crack it open. And I get that the whole thing is like a porcelain doll. So I think overall that is pretty much a slay. But you know, once you crack it open, you can see her nice, beautiful, gorgeous face, of course. Do not get me wrong. Um, I just don't like the outfit. It's just I don't like the outfit because I think it's ugly. The outfit is ugly. It's like this little tutu like dress. Hold on. It's like this ruffle. Yeah, the outfit is like this ruffly. Like it has like ruffles on the side. It's like it. Like I said, it gives like porcelain doll kind of. So I get why she wore it. I just don't like it because I don't like the outfit. I really just I think the outfit is ugly. I just do. Um, but we're gonna move on. Next up is Lexi Love, who does like the little MTV. I think it's MTV. They do an astronaut and they have like the little hand holding it up. And when I saw that, I was like, I know, I'm like one of those people who's like, I know that reference, I know that reference, I know that reference, I know. Like, I'm like, oh, I know what she's doing, I know what she's doing. So I really liked that. I also like when she took off the mask. She was beautiful, obviously, and it was like, oh, I'm an alien, and I thought that was really like smart because she could have just been like, oh, I'm just like an astronaut, so she didn't have to go with the alien vibe. But I like the fact that she went, nah, I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna be an alien. I feel like that was really smart. I think it was really pretty, and also to like have this outfit on and it's still like fitted and correct. I vibe with it. It's a slay for me. Moving on. All right, next up is Miss Lana Jarre, and once again, I'm gonna have to talk about the bit stop. Monet mentioned something, and I was like, "Thank you." The catsuit stopping at the ankles. They need to go to the foot. It ruins the illusion. Lana Jarre comes out in this like cat outfit. And I'm pretty sure she said it's her cat Gouda, and I love that. And I really thought that outfit was beautiful. I loved the mask, like the little like open crack like max thing. I loved how sparkly it was, but the cat suit stopping at the ankles, it it ruins the vibe. Unless you're going to have a shoe that kind of covers your foot and like covers the ankle, it just ruins the vibe. And even then, that ruins the vibe since it covers like the ankle, or like for instance, if you had a boot on but you have like a cat suit on, that doesn't go. So you have to have it go. You have to have it go to the foot. You just do. You just do. Okay, you're a drag queen. You're already uncomfortable. You might as well have it go over the foot. But other than that, this outfit is a real big slay. She looks gorgeous. She's beautiful. She looks like Evangelista. She's a model. Did she stone those tights? Oh, you're smiling. You know, beautiful, beautiful. Next up, we have On Your Nerve, who comes out in this like very much Afrocentric black excellence outfit. She has on like these like beads and like black and colors and an afro. And it's this whole like very much it's very much selling their whole I am my drag is black excellence, even with the mask. And I have to be honest, I did not like it. It was a mess to me. Like, it was just too much going on. And I get that she wants to show off all these things, but in my personal opinion, girl, pick one thing about our culture, our Afrocentric thing, put it on. Or at least I feel like it needed to be much cleaner because it felt like there was one thing on this side, but it wasn't the same on this side, if that makes sense. So, for instance, if she had a bead, if she had like some beads and let me look at this outfit. Okay, so it was like I didn't like the necklace because the necklace felt like it had a lot of different things going on. Like especially like when you got here it was okay, and then it got to something different. And then the bottoms had two different vibes, and I get it because they're both like giving black culture, but I would have personally just liked for her to pick like I think she had like a fur kind of like black beige like color going. I would have loved for her to just choose that one. Um, the corset is a lot. I don't like it. It's too messy. It is too messy. It's an A for me. Um you know what they say, before you go outside take one thing off. I would have liked for her to take something off. I just feel like it was just too much going on, and I very much get the vibe that she was going for. The second she walked out, I was like, I know what she's going for. But it was just too messy in my opinion. So, yeah, we're going to move on. Those eyebrows though, I gotta say, because I got those eyebrows though. Those eyebrows though. I want to if I'm going to draw on my eyebrows, I want to draw them on like she does, because to just I truly wonder if, well, no, because they're kind of thick, but I wonder if she's just like because let me not, because I'll start talking about, I want eyebrows like that. I want them. Last but not least, we have Sam Star, who comes out in this like rainbow outfit, and it's like a rainy like mask, and it was beautiful. I don't know if it really read mask to me, because when I was looking I was like, is it mask really? But it does cover her eyes somewhat, so I do count that because Jewel Sparkles did the same thing. Overall I really like the outfit. I thought it was very, very beautiful. I do love the rain. I love the effects. And I think that they're very clean and very poised. That's because that's what they are. So I loved it. I think they looked great. We're gonna go ahead and move on. I probably should have told y'all to get y'all popcorn, because we have been sitting here for a good second. We've been sitting here for a moment, and we're not even done. We still got to get into these performances. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the performances, and first girl to go up is Miss Jewel Sparkles, and she does a dance lip sync performance to, I'm pretty sure, her own original song about milk. About milk. It's la leche, which is milk in Spanish. No, la leche, which is milk in Spanish. I was thinking of tres leches, which is like a cake, which is made of. It's a really good. Y'all should really try it. If y'all have not tried tres leches, go try it right now. Go find a place that sells it. Do a review, because you always want to make sure that they get the good things. But it is really, really good. But her performance overall, I very much enjoyed it. I get that doing like a dance lip sync performance can be tiring, but I think when it's right, it's right. We've seen when you do it well, people will love it. I mean, Anitra is a good example. Last year with oh my god, Mirage. Why, I don't know why I forgot. Last year with Mirage, I like when you do a good performance, Like it doesn't matter how old it is or how many times we've seen it. If it's good, it's good. And overall, I think hers was really good. I did enjoy it. I remember when she, I will say, like I said, I was kind of like, oh, we've seen this before. But she came out when she did the ponytail thing. I was like, okay, I'm excited. I'm enjoying myself. I also just, when a girl knows how to really dance, like gives you moves and tricks, I'm a basic bitch. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. I do. I do. And I just thought that her performance was really, really good. Okay. Next up is Arietti, who does this like cultural dance with a dress. And I gotta be honest, the girls were kind of like to me when it came to this, because they were like, oh, you girl, like anybody can throw a skirt. And I'm like, okay, let's not do too much, because that is still a cultural thing. Like, let's be calm. And it is a beautiful cultural thing. I really love those dances. However, I will say, how, though I was enjoying myself, I will say it was a little bland to me. And it just felt like the dance, it's one of those things where you could tell like the dance almost kind of feels like it wasn't practiced. And I'm not saying they didn't practice it. I'm saying that it didn't give a vibe that they had an idea of how they were going to, because after about a minute or so, you're kind of just looking like, okay, you're throwing the skirt around, but you're not giving us like these crazy vibes with it. Because I've seen some of those performances, and they give like real good like dances. Like the culture, like the people who do, they give real good dances. They throw the skirt around, they pick it up, they whoof, you know. And I just feel like she could have zhuzhed it up a little more, in my personal opinion. A good example of this, even though they're not part of the same culture, but like kind of like giving a really good like performance with something that you do in your culture, is Nymphia Wind. I really liked her performance, and I feel like she kept adding and giving to it. Um and I feel like Arietti did not do that. I just feel like they didn't do that. On top of that, Michelle was talking about their makeup. And I really feel like their makeup matched the vibe of the song and the dance. So I'm not even going to get into that. But I would have liked more. So, though I do think that the girls were being a little rude, and with like the whole like, oh girl, like you gave us nothing, like you did nothing. I do think that they could have given us more. Just don't be like, oh, if we can all throw a skirt, because like yeah we can, but that doesn't change the fact that that's not that's it's like a cultural thing. She's doing a cultural thing, but that's just me. Okay, actually, hold on. I want to go back to Arietti. Rewatching the performance, I actually think that they did pretty freaking good. Now, of course, they could have gave us more. I did say I did want more, but I feel like I kind of downplayed it and made it seem like it really wasn't a good performance. But now rewatching it, I think that the performance was very, very, very nice, and I would watch it again. Like, of course I did want more, because this is Drag Race, and I feel like when it comes to Drag Race, it's pretty good and it's pretty nice. But now that I'm thinking about it, the girls who were sitting there like, oh, this was pretty boring, I'm like, I get you, because it is Drag Race, but I thought that their performance was nice, and I enjoyed myself. Like, I feel like I had to say that, because now that I'm rewatching it, I was like, hold on, like this was actually really, really good. And I feel like the shade is like now really being thrown. But no, we're gonna move on again. Okay, next up is Lydia Butthole Collins. I cannot. It's just so, it feels weird for me to be like Lydia Butthole Collins, but um, she does like this puppet show burlesque like performance, and honestly I found it very, very, very funny. I very much enjoyed it. I will say at the end, I feel like it started off so good that it was kind of just like with the whole thing. And when it comes to the concept, it really is hard to kind of like, you have to figure out how you're going to do it. And I think like the way she was doing it, where she's like making the puppet do the burlesque and taking off clothes, was actually really, really smart. when it comes to something like that, it feels like you have to really know how to like give it more, because it feels like you were so far up. It's basically one of those things where you started off so strong that unless you really know how to stay strong, you're just going to go down. And that's what I felt like. I did really like the performance either way, but it just felt like we were here when it first started, and then we kind of were just like, okay, that was cute. Like, it started off like, okay, this is gonna be funny, I could see her in the top, and then it ended was like, okay, that was cute, you know what I mean? But overall, I did still like the performance. I laughed my butt off when my butthole. I laughed so hard when she came out in that little puppet outfit talking. That just it had me tickled. But what else? All right. Next up is Lucky Stars, who gives us this um lip sync performance of like a song about lemonade, and it was very much giving Plain Jane vibes with like the weirdness of it all and the lemonade. It was so stupid, it was quirky. I think that it was really good. uh those performances are not for me. Like, do not get me wrong, it was so stupid. I get the whole vibe, but at the same, whenever I saw Plain Jane, I was just like, oh. And the same thing with her, I'm like, oh. And it's not because the performances are good. I think that she's very smart for doing a performance like that, because it matches the vibe of like what Drag Race would want. It matches that stupidity, and I really think that that's really smart of her. But personally, those type of performances aren't for me. The only time I seen somebody do like kind of like a stupid performance like that and I enjoyed it was when Willow Pill did it with her little toaster performance. I thought that that was so funny, but it also wasn't like this obvious thing where it was like this weird like thing happening, especially with like food. Um, but overall, I think her performance was still good, and I'm not. That's why I'm not trying to say that her performance wasn't good. I do think that her performance was good. I thought that it was stupid. I thought that it was entertaining for Drag Race and funny for Drag Race. It's just me. I'm not the biggest fan of those type of performances. Overall, though, I think that she was really, really. I thought that she did really, really good, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that the girls didn't pick her to be in the top. I do think that had RuPaul chosen, she would have been in the top though. Next up is Joella, who does her own like lip sync bitch track. I think it's like, but yeah, like a bitch track. She does like her own little performance, and overall, I have to say I was not impressed. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of her outfit. It wasn't bad. I just didn't like it. And overall, her performance, she kind of just lip synced. She stood in like a place. She did a little bit of a dance move. And don't get me wrong, she did sell it with her like facials. But overall, for me personally, I was not the biggest fan of it. I just feel like she didn't give us enough, like at all. And you know, yeah, like it did, like it. I feel like it was like, okay, so it's like one of those things like where we've seen it before, and I've said if it's good, it's good. But when we've seen it before, we've seen it before, and when you don't add a little extra when you don't give us a little more, like I don't want to be that girl. It's like, oh, you need to do the kicks and flips, but when you don't extra when you don't have like a little funny, like a real big funny tidbit that's going to be a part of it, like of course she had her little thing at the end where she's like, but like for instance with Lucky Stars, when you don't have that little funny tidbit that people are gonna be like, oh, I remember when she did this, or with Jill Sparkles, where it's like, oh, she did all these crazy tricks, and you're kind of just sitting there. It lessens the performance. It doesn't give anything for me. So I didn't enjoy this very much. I just thought that it was cute. Like she went on stage, she kind of performed, I wasn't the biggest fan overall when it came to this challenge. So there's that. I thought she could have done way more. So next up is In Case You Forgot. And her performance, she does she plays the guitar and does this little like country song talking about riding a bull. But I think she's talking about a different bull. And overall, I think her performance was nice. It was really cute. I mean, it wasn't life changing, and I feel like I feel like when it comes to the talent show, hers was like an actual talent, obviously. Uh and while I think that used to kind of get you away where it's like, oh, like she did an actual talent. For instance, somebody talked about how Trixie had done like an actual talent, so they couldn't like put her in the bottom because she actually sung a song. Because that's where her vibe was giving more like a Trixie S vibe. And so while I feel like, that used to get you away with it because you're doing like a real talent, you're doing a whole thing. I just feel like that doesn't get you away with it now, since like girls are doing so much where they're doing this like whole like, oh, I'm doing this weird performance, or I'm adding my talent in with like this thing, like this little extra za, you know? Especially since, and I mean, this is not her fault because I don't think she knew, but also I kind of would have guessed that because they did it last season with Rada Queen. Like, these girls are not gonna care about the fact that it's a talent. Like, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, you sung and played the guitar. Like, that's what I would think. I would be prepared for that. I'd be prepared for them to be like, you sung and you played the guitar and sung, you know? So even though I think, her performance was a good performance, I'm just like, girl, I wouldn't have done that. Like, me personally, I wouldn't have done that on Drag Race. Like, why I think like Arietti's, like, I could see why she did it. I wouldn't have done what In Case You Forgot did, because personally, with all these other drag queens, it's going to be once again forgettable. Like, I just, her showing this episode, it just wasn't for me. But we're gonna move on. All right, next up is Miss Susie 2, who does a tap dancing performance. And this is what I was talking about when I said In Case You Forgot, with In Case You Forgot, where it's like you have to put your talent, but also you have to add on like a little zhuzh. She does a like performance where she taps, but she adds in like a part where you do it like she taps in like Morse code. Um and I just think that that's a very that's how you do it, because even like, because RuPaul's gonna find that funny, they're gonna find that stupid, like it makes no sense, so it's funny, and that's why you have to add that on. I think she was really smart for doing that. I did enjoy her performance. I was a little worried because I'm like, oh, like what if she's like, oh, like I gotta be honest, a little commercial did make me worried. I was like, oh, is she not gonna do as well as the other girls think? Because I get her whole thing where it's like I feel like the girls won't understand it, but I think that she did very, very good. I did like her performance. I don't see, I mean, it's one of those performances that you really don't see on Drag Race, like somebody tap dancing. So I was very excited when she said she was gonna do it. I was like, oh, tap dancing, okay. And tap dancing is real, real hard, girl. But she did the damn thing. So yeah, I think one other person did tap dancing, but I'm not sure. But overall, I really enjoyed the performance. So yeah. All right. Overall, I just have to say, overall, when it came to this performance, and also when it comes to the runway, my favorite runway has to go to Arietti. My least favorite has to go to On Your Nerve. It was just too messy for me. And then when it comes to the performance, my favorite performance personally, like I said, when you do a performance right, I don't care if it's been done over and over again. I'm always going to be a fan. I very much enjoyed Jewel Sparkles. And then when it comes to my least favorite performance, I would have to give it to Joella. Since we're picking two, if I had to pick a top two, mine would be Jewel Sparkles and honestly Susie too. I think I would have chose the same that the girls did. And speaking of which, the girls get to doing Rada Queen, and we find out that the top two are Jules Sparkles and Susie Toot. And the bottom, who will be lip syncing in the next episode, just in case y'all are confused, the way it works is the girls get to pick. They're going to pick who goes in the bottom, and the bottom singer goes in the next episode, and they're going to lip sync against the other bottom person in the next episode. And the top two will lip sync today for the win. And Jules Sparkles and Susie 2 have to lip sync for the win, and the person who is at the bottom is A Case You Forgot. Her performance just was not doing it for the other girls, and I do understand why she was upset, because she was like, oh, I'm in the bottom when I did like an actual talent. And I get you, girl, but when you're being rated by these queens, like, they don't care. They want performance. They want you to entertain them. If you don't entertain them, I don't know what you want from me. So there's that. But Jules Sparkles and Susie 2 lip sync to oh my god, why is her name Kate? Oh my god, it's Katy Perry's Woman's World, which is a song choice. And I gotta be honest, I know that Susie 2 won RuPaul over with like the whole like tap thing, and it was meant to be funny and all of that. And I know that some people are saying, "Oh, Jules Sparkles, you know, we saw her tricks in the performance and blah blah blah." And I do think that she started the tricks maybe a little too soon, but also I don't think that she thought she was gonna lose. Like, I gotta be so honest. If I was going against Susie 2 and I saw her vibe, I was gonna be like, "Girl, I got it, bro." It's like I ain't gotta worry about it. But I gotta be honest, I thought Jules Sparkle should have won. I thought she should have won. Okay, like Susie 2 stopped lip syncing halfway through. And I get that it was to do her little tap performance, but this is a lip sync for your life. Or for the win. We're lip syncing. We're not tapping for the win. So me personally, I thought Jules Sparkles won that. I'm not mad at Susie Toots' win. I am mad at what she said when she goes, I feel like these girls are finally starting to see me as a threat. We're in the first episode. I hate when they do that. I'm so sorry. I hate when they do that. When we're in like the first 2 or 3 episodes and they're like, I feel like the girls are finally starting to see me as a threat. Mary, it hasn't been a full hour. What do you mean they're finally starting to see you as a threat? No one was sitting here going, oh, you're not a threat. Like, maybe they were, but we're in the first episode. Please, personally, shut up. Shut up. Like, what? I'm yapping. Overall, I personally think that Jewel Sparkle should have won, but the winner of the lip sync is Miss Susie Toot. Claps to her. I'm very, very happy to see her get her win in. And overall, I will have to say that this episode, can I be honest, was kind of mediocre. And I feel like it was just mediocre overall because it's like, oh, we've seen it before, but we got introduced to a bunch of new queens. And right now, I can't tell you who's going to be in the top 4. Usually I can get a vibe of like people I think is going to make it far, but I genuinely can't see who that'll be right now. I think right now the only person I'm seeing making it far, I would have to say, is Jewel Sparkles. I think they're just giving me the vibe that they're really going to perform their way to the top. And even if they do go down, they're gonna beat somebody up in a lip sync, like literally just break them down. Like, even though they lost against Susie 2, I still have a feeling that they're just gonna be in a great lip syncer either way. Overall, and I also will say that right now the person I am rooting for, even though I have a vibe that they're not gonna win because of the way Drag Race kind of picks their queens, I really want Ariete to go far. I hope they go far. I have a feeling they won't win, but I kind of want to be like, no, they're gonna win. And I mean, this is the first episode, so I guess we have to see more of it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping and praying that they will pull their way up, because I feel like they're not gonna like her style or her vibe, and then they're gonna be like, oh. But I hope that doesn't happen. That's not gonna happen. Actually, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, that was my messy ass review of season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race, episode 1. I really, really do hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this video everywhere, and go down in the description. Follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok for however long it is there, because, you know, TikTok's supposed to be gone soon, and I'm not ready. Instagram, my Twitter, my gaming channel, follow me on my gaming channel, and I think that's it. Is that all my social medias? I truly don't remember, but yeah. And I really hope, what am I yapping about? I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, guys. Just do all the things I said, and remember, if you don't feel seen, I see you, and if you don't feel loved, I love you. You are loved. Bye. This was such a fucking messy ass review. just so messy.